All right, let's see who goes first. What? What was that? What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, doing too. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Here's a fun fact. I mean, you know how peak it is? You know how peak every week it is? The anime is finally confirmed. It's been confirmed for a little bit, I do believe, but it got a teaser. So, enough time has truly passed. Kagurabachi is underway. And with this ratio of manga chapters to anime, that means I probably just gotta wait another year. Lower chapter. Yeah, another year for an Ishi the Witch anime. So I'm doing good. But regardless, I'm excited. I'm concerned for everyone but Sheba. Because, like, we know Sheba makes it out of this. But he looked a bit traumatized in that little flash forward we saw in the flashback. So I'm excited. Let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 120. The Irishima Talks, part 4. Marshall's looking on like, gang, what? What are we fighting right now? But to be fair, I don't have the exact same reaction to what on earth are they fighting? But are you, man? I mean, he going a little bit crazy. Kind of a little order farm. But let's see. Oh. Talk. That is insane. That, like, and to be fair, we don't know what amplification that the brain? Kurotsuchi. We don't know the like level of gravity multiplication it does, right? Because to be fair, in a lot of fictional series, to be fair, I can't say a lot. What comes to mind mainly is Dragon Ball, and like now this one, like what? Maximum gravity isn't that, but essentially multiplication of gravity and manipulation of gravity. Dragon Ball, Ben 10, like a couple different series are coming to mind. But notably, they usually always come with a multiplier with how intense the gravity is being amplified. But for Kurotsuchi so far, I'm not sure how much is doing it. But obviously, with Hiruto being this close, and are you still just being like, is this all you got? Like that's insane. And even Sheba's looking on like, Hiruto-chan, what is happening? Let's see. What is this? The space around him. You know what, though? I must give specifically our protagonist cast credit for taking this all on the chin. like relatively speaking, this was not supposed to go this way. Sure, it was foretold that the Irishima talks were gonna go bad, right? That's why presumably they got 4 top guys here and were like, hey, you know, take care of this when it needs to be taken care of. They were warned about this. But especially considering how little at this point they understand about the Datenseki, understand about the descendants of the Bikaboshi, understand about literally anything going on. The fact that they're not only all alive, even if Mashiro is currently missing a massive chunk of his torso. And thank you for everyone who explained or like offered explanations to the like Blitz thing. The common belief is that like what we see above the water is Mashiro's perspective, right? Like the split that happens there. What we see above the water is Mashiro's perspective. So like he still sees Ryu's body on the couch, but in reality, he has been blitzed so badly that we only see the truth in reflection. The water shows us, hey, Ryu's right there already, and has already literally put his hand through Mashiro. But still, Mashiro is alive, if barely. And obviously, Hiruto, while knocked around, is alive, and Yoshi Nojo is alive, and obviously, Sheba has taken a little damage so far. So I give them credit for being able to deal with this because this is not. I mean, even if they knew it was gonna go bad, this was not part of the prophecy. It was like Hiruto Soga. I don't know what it is about the name Soga. Let's see. Hiruto Soga. His body, which contained Kurotsuchi, was the greatest achieved by mankind. Was. Okay, so that technically does. I'm going to say, does that contradict it? Not necessarily. I do. That does make, because obviously, if he doesn't die here, he's presumably going to be, like, at least removed from the conflict. And notably, he doesn't get an agenda blade, so I'm presuming he doesn't make it past this point. But, like, in fact, Akimura does. So, presumably, he'll be the living Soga member. That does mean, though, that's interesting to think about. It means that, I wonder what his original sorcery was then. Because obviously the Magatsumi is essentially what defined Akimura after a certain point, but up until that point, like, what did he have? What sorcery was he wielding? But all that to be said, technically Akimoto can still end up developing a better body because at this point Akimoto is young, right? I believe he's not even 18 yet, meaning he can't be a commander, even though he's already commander level, if not beyond that in terms of skill and capacity. So Hiruto is just older. Thusly, he is like, even though it's hard to tell if Hiruto would be in his like physical prime, but at least he's pushed his body to the limit where it's considered the greatest achieved by mankind, which unironically was the greatest achieved by mankind. So that means he does scale above, at least in terms of like his physical body, which presumably be all his stats. He does scale above his ancestor because we didn't have any statements about the former, like the original hero of the Soga clan. So while Akimoto is likely still above him, and we may see characters eventually surpass Hiruto, or maybe it's implied that character, I don't know though, like would a character like Samura never got any like extremely cracked statements about his body, mainly just his like technical skill. Same thing for like Ito Shirokai, who is presumably in his prime, at least during the time of the war, considering it was 18 years ago and he's now an older gentleman. And yeah, I don't know. This is the first thing we've gotten about like someone's actual physical base being the greatest. So possible Akimoto upscale, but at least base upscale for Hiruto himself. He's definitely just island. Well, maybe. I mean, probably island level. I have to say, he probably just has to scale at least bare minimum equal to his ancestor, who sunk the entire island of Shikoku. But at the same time, you could argue that maybe the body versus like actual output of his sorcery could be different, and maybe his ancestor would scale higher. But I don't know. Let's see. And obviously, if we do get statements of characters being comparable to Hiruto, even if not direct equals, could be some upscale. Let's see. Was the greatest ever achieved by mankind the ultimate insensitivity and strength. And strength. So yeah. Physics. That's interesting though. Honestly, looking at Hiruto, I would not expect that. Like, to be fair, he is covered in very flowy cloaks, so he's probably just like super duper lean and sculpted underneath that. But just looking at him, I would not guess that. But the ultimate insensitivity and strength. And notably, sensitivity probably doesn't sound like the best thing to be super duper refined in, but in combat, yeah, you would want to be hypersensitive to literally everything around you. Let's see. The ultimate insensitivity and strength. The highest speed humanly possible, further heightened by the directional gravity of Kurotsuchi, which boosts his acceleration. See, like, W narrator statement, bro. Looks like he literally got blitzed again. Not blitzed again, he didn't get blitzed. But, jeez. Haru has got him wrapped up. But the highest speed humanly possible, further heightened by the directional gravity. Okay, so it is directional gravity. We don't know, and we still don't have like an actual number for what Kurotsuchi like multiplies or enhances by. But still, the highest speed humanly possible. Unfortunately, we know that like, at least for Hiruto and like scaling to future characters, which is weird because like obviously, well no, it's not weird. We're in a flashback right now, but Hiruto having the highest speed humanly possible at base technically doesn't mean he should like he would scale presumably above any characters who don't have enchanted blades, but presumably enchanted blade wielders and tier characters can transcend that human limit, right? Like that seems to be the case because we considering seeing Aryu transcend that entirely human limit. But let's see. What is that? Is that him just? Oh. Man, I actually do. I'm really liking how creative Hokuzono Sensei is getting with. I'm assuming this is a speed portrayal and not his sorcery. I'm assuming what happens here is so Hiruto lunges in. Aryu face palms it, like, and notably his hand is like, admittedly, I have a big head and also big hands, but like still, Aryu face palms him, puts like literally knocks him back, drags him down, and in fact that's even crazier because we know the directional gravity of Kurotsuchi is what's enhancing Hiruto's already cracked physical bases to lunge at top speed. So Aryu not only reacts to the amp speed, but then is able to fully neutralize and cancel it out, and then force him downwards into what seems to be a barrage of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 separate punches. So he essentially kills his momentum, puts him down, and then mink, and all with the right too. Notably, his left hand isn't even involved, and even the Kurotsuchi orb behind Hiruto goes down with him, and you can see the impact I'm not sure if this is the impact of Hiruto or maybe even just Aryu's foot that causes this crack in the ground. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, nope. That's did he bounce him off the ground? I think maybe maybe the crack is not even Aryu's foot impacting the ground like I thought it was. It looks like he may have like wombo comboed him, pushed him off the ground into a stomp, right? Because you can see here, Aryu's in the air. He does the punch combo. Ground cracks, almost as if Hiruto. Well, but to be fair, it looks like Hiruto still grabbed here, but then he seemingly gets slammed to the ground. So maybe it isn't like a ground stomp. But yeah, Aryu. And it looks like maybe as an effort to preserve the ground, probably it looks like Hiruto canceled out his sorcery because I don't see the Kurotsuchi or behind him in this panel. Let's see. Okay, Sheba. Oh, you know, when Sheba eventually fights, bro, it feels so crazy to say this out of when Sheba eventually has like a full proper on-screen fight against someone who isn't like just fodder to him, it's gonna be legendary, bro. It's gonna be legendary. But like Hoku's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, to be fair, in my own story that I'm writing, there are characters who I do end up hyping a whole lot. Like, literally, they're like foundational to the universe, hyping a whole lot. They will never fight. Well, some of them will never fight, and some of them won't fight in the first 5 books. Like, they will never see combat. But they are referenced as like a tier of power to reach throughout the entire narrative, but you never see them fight. And ultimately, everything is literally just meant to be upscale for them. But like, notably, while Sheba is described as the peak of sorcery, I'm not even sure if it's that. Like, we know it's not like like in the story I'm writing. It's not like the characters I'm writing do fight and we just never see it. They just don't fight, because if they were to intervene, a lot of things would break. And it's the opposite for Sheba, where he intervenes, and to be fair, a lot of things do break around him, but we just don't get to see it, man. And now he's finally put in the capacity for an on-screen fight, and he can't even use his tech. I can't teleport him. I don't believe it. I wonder if that's an output thing. He's invulnerable to sorcery? Is that because he's releasing so much magic power at once? Or like, how is that? Like, maybe it's his ability? I don't know. Because the Datenseki completely making you immune to sorcery hasn't been a thing. I don't even think it was implied Akimura was immune to sorcery. It's just that we don't really see anyone use it on him. We know that Yura, while wielding the Magasumi, wasn't immune to sorcery. We know that Kiora wasn't. So that's actually, I do wonder what the meaning behind that is. The idea that maybe directly bonding with the Datenseki makes one immune to magic. Maybe because your magic just gets swallowed. I don't know. Or maybe like it causes like a weird feedback loop. It's like when one is actively using the Datenseki purely indirectly like this, it sort of creates like a Faraday cage where other magical frequencies and signals, unless presumably they're probably comparable in power to the Datenseki, such as, enchanted blades, which were probably ended up even superior thanks to their refinement, then you just can't interact with them. It's like super armor. And funnily enough, can get roll. So like, essentially, I'm assuming the Magatsumi or the Datenseki resistance here to sorcery, which is presumably why he's able to fly still and also resist being teleported. It probably works like K-Rool's belly armor, where like, yeah, you're going to be able to muscle through most attacks, but if an attack that's strong enough or enough attacks are possibly done to Ryu, then maybe his magical immunity will fail? I don't know, though. Let's see. He's invulnerable to sorcery? Oh. Okay. Smart move, though. Like, that is the case where you do have to immediately recalc, right? Because, like, it is always interesting, funnily enough. Especially the reference fighters, I'm now referencing Magic because I'm playing a whole lot more recently. But there are sometimes mid-game where you're like, okay, WinCon's off the table. I was playing in Eldrazi Precon. I forget which one it is. But it has the commander is... Oh, it's my friend's Precon, so I don't remember all the details about it. But essentially, the commander is a 5, like it's a 5 cost. It's 5 colorless, but a 5 cost. And very specifically in the game I was playing against him in the pre-con, I was like, I'm just not getting the land to actually summon this thing. But I had like other cards in my hand. I was like, well, I guess I gotta switch up mentalities. And I did end up winning that game because I completely ignored it. That was a commander game where I didn't ever summon my commander. Which has happened before. There are some games where I've won where I've just like never summoned my commander. There's some games where I've never summoned my commander and absolutely got whooped. And who knows what this one's gonna be, presumably the whooping part, considering she'd be so traumatized. But still, to the point, now that they know that, okay, sorcery's not going to work on him, Sheba immediately changed his objectives. He was going to, presumably at least attempt to remove BFR or 1v1 RU, though probably not 1v1 him, just BFR him. He's like, okay, now I got to grab Hiruto. And, ooh, yeah, you can see that barrage. So it was a barrage combo that Hiruto got hit with. That man bleeding something fierce. Huh? Ooh. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, he probably just read the teleport location, but still. He teleports Hiruto out, then immediately gets gripped up by Ryu who blitzes and then hits him with that same wombo combo. Okay, that's insane. So he hits him with the wombo combo, and then it looks like, I can't tell what he does. Is that a kick? Is that a fist? It could be. I think in the same instant, so he like grabs, and funnily enough, he does the same sort of setup thing. Sheba, he lunges, grabs Sheba by the neck, flips him in midair, and then wombo comes him with his hands. And then he seemingly drop kicks Hiruto and separates the two. He sends them flying in different directions. Now, obviously, Sheba can teleport, but still, he's like, all right, we're not gonna do this. I'm not 2v1 of y'all, gang. Split it up. But all right. And no. So his sorcery isn't deactivated. It's still just. It's not being drawn actively. And it does seem to seem wise words with pencil. Sorry. It does seem to be that the Kurotsuchi orb needs to be actively directed. It'll maintain itself. But obviously it doesn't seem like any of this extra force or gravity that would be used by Kurotsuchi is doing much of anything. Let's see. Mr. Hiruto! Oh, your boy! Well, to be fair though, he didn't. Sheba, you're doing pretty good, dog. Let's see. Oh, over to Yoshi Nojo. The tremendous energy of the Datsenseki applied to sorcery. Well, this is exciting. Tell you, dog, I love this archetype. It's like, think about it. I mentioned I do have a problem, but like, I've been writing the story for a while now, so I've gone through a couple of different drafts, and like that character that exists, it's fun. Like, I think of the character. Technically characters, but like the original one of that archetype they get introduced, Yoshi Nojo is directly tied into the plot. My thing with that character specifically is that they're like vaguely tied into the plot, but one of the main things I want to do with the universe I'm writing, which I think Kagurabachi has done pretty well so far, and many other series will occasionally do, is like, yeah, there is a main A plot going on, but that doesn't mean the world is necessarily small or other things aren't happening. So my Kenpachi, aka Yoshi Nojo type character, just appears and then wants to fight our main cast. But then our main cast gets ganked by the villain crew, who then the Kenpachi-esque Yoshi Nojo-esque character also begins fighting. And then both sides are like, there's no winning here. This guy. So they both end up taking a different approach. Let's see. Still, they catch Masho off guard with that surprise strike and totally overwhelm Hiruto and Sheba with pure strength and speed. It just isn't possible. Well, I guess, like, it really depends if the Datsenseki is pushed or you beyond the human limits, right? If Hiruto truly, if we're taking that narrative statement at face value, then I guess legally speaking it shouldn't be. But at the same time, we know the Datsenseki is able to make someone enter like a transcendentally human state. Let's say there has to be some sort of trick. Yeah, but what if there isn't though? What if y'all are just fried? What if y'all are just getting dipped? That sometimes it do be like that. Like, very specifically going back to Magic. There's one game where I was just done. I was just deep fried. Like, there's nothing I could do about it. I was just fried. I was like, oh well, there's no trick to it. He got more mana than I did. I don't have the mana. Boom, and I exploded. It do be like that sometimes. Let's see. Shift. All right, Yoshi Nojo. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you? Man, he loves this grab combo, though. But to be fair, the one thing... There may be a little bit of the Z Broly player speaking in me. But the one thing I do give about grabs in general is that they are a good way to set things up. But let's see. There it is. Okay. Yoshi Nojo, he's bleeding from his mouth? Swings? It actually forces Ryu to block. Alright, so to be fair, though, the sword does not go through Ryu's guard, but he does actually block it. He doesn't just dodge it. Let's see. This space, this air, it's toxic, isn't it? Somehow he numbed our senses without us knowing. That's why we can predict or respond to his movements. Huh! Okay. Unironic Ryu downscale. Huh. Okay. Well, to be fair, we don't know how much is nerfing them, but it clearly is noticeable enough where Yoshi Nojo believes, like, this literally wouldn't have happened. Even Mashiro would not have been, like, gutted, quite literally, if he wasn't poison nerfed. That's a big, bold, bad statement to make. And in that case, are you Crown Prince? You Crown Prince Kinger? We may need you to lock in, Twinsky. What do you mean you're the poison defo? Let's see. Unbelievable. Based on a mere hypothesis, he bit through his own tongue. Ah, okay. Let's see. Using the pain to clear his senses and prove his theory. You know what though? That's actually interesting. Though it is true. Like there are many times, like I think it is like a shocking external stimuli that you weren't ready for, but pain actually is a relatively good thing to like realize if you're doing something. Like for example, think of it when you're dreaming, right? Like typically when you undergo like a weirdly insane amount of pain while you're dreaming or in a nightmare, that's when your body just like wakes up. It's like, ah! It is something that shocks you. It shocks the system. It sends the, I don't know which chemicals, but it sends the chemicals through your body to wake you up, essentially. Not just literally in the sense of dreams, but like to wake you up from a stupor you're in or to be suddenly locked in. It's kind of like, have you ever been tired while driving and then, you know, the crash and then wake up and suddenly you're locked in for at least a few minutes? That's what that is. Let's see. Hey, don't hold out on us just because this is our first battle. Yoshi Nojo said 3 of my allies down, but I don't care. I need all of it. Let's see. Show us all you've got. This is the well, Yoshi Nojo. I wish I could believe you, twin. I wish you were still running around, twin, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it. This is Climax? I mean, maybe this fight, but the war hasn't even begun. Show us all you've got. This is the Climax. Oh, okay. You know what I'm guessing? Superhuman vitality and regeneration. Well, at least he's got it, if not the others. In any case, no ordinary attack is going to take him out. Very interesting to hear him say take him instead of take them. I don't know, I wouldn't really expect Hiruto to speak informally. But at the same time, he's able to do that. Yeah, that is true. That's true. It's a good thing that it's localized to him, or else they probably would have lost against their respective guards. So admittedly, I'm guessing Ryu has a limitation on how much he can regenerate, and like what type of damage he can regenerate. Ultimately, Hiruto, when you slit his throat, like yeah, sure, he was leaking juice, but at least all his head had to do was probably like clink back on and then reseal itself. I don't think you could like fully properly dome to body decapitate Ryu and he'd be fine. I think he would be fried then. Let's see. Our sorcery doesn't work. We'll just have to physically obliterate him. Whoa! Mashiro! I mean, you may be right, but still, what you mean by that? Let's see. Huh? Brother, he's doing this with the whole, what is this, a death binding vow? Who he feeling like? Mashiro, what are you? 4 separate gargantuan force waves that crush that. Well, to be fair, the ship is burning, but they crush their entirely burning ship. Okay. Alright, Mashiro, do you? Let's see. Mashiro, what are you? It was an honor to be chosen to work with you guys. I gotta do a little something before I head home. Head home as in like death? Or head home as in actually going home? Because either way, metal. If he's like, man, I'm about to die here. But it's been fun fighting alongside you guys. Let me commit to the bit. And or it's, man, I'm gonna go home after this. Seems intense. Probably gonna need some gut surgery, but we make it. Either one. I'm not sure which one is raw though. I think in the just like the base context, it'd be the like, I'm ready to die. I've done good getting here. That would be one level of it, but I still think the higher level of it is like, yeah, dude, I may have a genuine hole in my stomach, but I don't care. I'm gonna make it out of this. I gotta go home eventually. So let me do a little something. Okay, Macho. Once again, rising up the ranks. I love this character though. He's probably gonna die. Let's see. He's compressing the ironclad ship. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that is true. Sure, sorcery doesn't work on him, but that doesn't make you immune to anything physical. Let's see. Let's slug him with a real big chunk of iron. Okay, Master. I see you. So he's geeking a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit of geeking. And hey, I'll blame him. Shoot, yeah, hit him. Hit him. Hit him with it. I was about to say hit him with it once or twice. Now just keep hitting him with it. Let's see. Let's slug him with a real big chunk of iron. Alright. Interesting. We're back with Yoshi Nojo. Blade in hand. He's swinging around. Grody, no! Yoshi Nojo! You were so cool. You barely existed for 4 chapters, Brody. No! Darn! Took his whole arm and... What's your obsession with gutting people like this? Like interesting, like open... Like, that feels counter... Well, to be fair. I get, like, why you wouldn't Viltrumite somebody. Because, like, technically, that's, like, less search for there. So I guess if you could, you would, like, open palm through somebody. Because it definitely would just leave a much more massive hole. But even then, who knows if he went in like this and then opened his hand out once he got to the other side. But regardless, no, Yoshi. Oh. Grab. Oh, wait. He's doing the, what's the thing? I forget what series it's from. I forget. It's when, I forget it. What is I'm thinking of? It's when... What's his name? He literally held a person there with his abs. It's like was it Record of Ragnarok? I'm forgetting the exact context scene I'm thinking of, but there is a point where someone like impales somebody and then gets the sword stuck or like gets their body part stuck in that person's body, and they're like literally clenching their internal muscles so hard around them that they can't escape. Let's see. Here's how. Don't mind me. Alright, that's the biggest ball. Artie's looking up like, wait, what on earth are they? He's You know what though? Honestly, I'd order farm too. I let me not even go here. I can't help it. I have to dab a little bit in the aura farm myself, bro. Especially like the comparison of Hiruto to the entire ship spear, and very specifically the Kuritsuchi to the ship. The ball to person ratio goes crazy. The small ball to the big ball to the human not ball. That's wild. Let's see. Yeah. The dog. Hiruto said, I don't know if they were like biological relationships. We know they're related because they're both Sogas. But Hiruto's like, yeah, be like them to be like that sometimes. Boom! I love the impact. Him literally bopping the sword down in order to send the ball down. Hey, because that's the thing. Sorcery doesn't affect you, but other things that affect sorcery will affect you. All right. Bop. And increasing the gravity on presumably Yoshi Nojo. Uh-oh. Oh, and even Ari's a little bit worried. Let's see. Apply gravity to him. And you plan to go with me? Oh, yeah, I didn't think so. Don't be an idiot. This one's all for you. Sheba, okay. Even if he didn't get, basically, he didn't get one tap. He didn't get wombo combo to the throne. But still, or grab then wombo combo. But still, look at Sheba clutching up. He said, I may not fight on screen, but I'm going to move out. All right. This one's all for you. Are you? Yoshi Nojo gets teleported out with another hole in his gut, man. Jeez. Oh? Oh, wait, what is that? Wait. Hold on, what is this? This looks like whatchamacallit? It looks like a white centipede. Wait. Oh wait, no. Looks like he made. Well, no. These look drawn different because they're not on his clothes. What's are you doing here? Gee! And that's the end. I gotta wait 2 weeks. That's the end of the okay. All right. W chapter. I like it. Very heavily action intensive, but I do like the setup and the explanation of the Datanseki, clearly showing us why the enchanted blades were needed, basically from round start, right? Like, this whole battle will probably go on to justify Orokuito's existence and like the sheer danger of Shukoku. Like, ultimately, while this is Ryu and like presumably multiple of their elite guards also fell here in the case of the people that the rest of them fought, still, Ryu's taking all this effort from the 4 strongest guys they have. And even then, presumably, it's not going to work because I believe he's like, the royal family is going to be alive by the end of the war, and Ryu is part of the royal family, but maybe he dies here. But I still don't buy it. I think he's going to make it out of this possibly through. Oh, it's like a white centipede. So overall, if you made it all the way through this video, please leave meteoric fall. I was about to say meteoric rise. Nah, meteoric fall in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also going to have a page down below. Use me for results 1 get 1 a month. You get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for results $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Also, to include the live reactions, so this is time to review, added reactions of all my videos, early after access to all my videos, unedited versions of all my videos. So sorry, as you can see, the Kagurabachi reviews have been looking jacked up for a bit. It's because I'm literally scared. I don't want to get blown up. But patrons and members get full early ad-free access to that and full normal looking versions of the chapter reviews. On top of that, I do have a link to my second channel that got the reaction link in the description down below and in the card in the upper right hand corner. On top of that, I do have a link to my Ko-Fizzly down below. You drop 5 views a short video, 200 views a long video, or any views at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Riddle 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Uda, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, OrXN, Dead Mean, Keon Stewart, Edwin Idwinoba, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Superflame Zero, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plan Crone, Brandon Payne, Black Sage, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalims, Joe Bean, Sleepin' John, The Young Family Pastel Pandora, Mosity King DKG, Akolade Babatunde, Union Eye, Funny Dude, Athenzi Shear, Sino King, Sheesh King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XC, RTM, Gangatron, Praise the Sun, Striker Man, Magic, Anzreen Bonnet, Scion, John Malcolm, Black Doctor Strange, and Donovan McIntosh. And then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Dread Zoan, Kevin Encarnaus, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: Shrimp the 4th Shrimp 06. Then let's give a thank you to our digital art tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. Let's give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.